So in some communities it's customary to unroll the entire Megilah prior to the reading. And in some communities it's only the reader for the congregation that unrolls the entire Megilah. In some communities the congregants do it as well. I'm demonstrating how they unroll the entire Megilah. So now this opinion of unrolling the entire Megilah prior to the reading is based on the opinions of the Tosafot, of the Tur, of the Beit Hadash, of the Maharil, and there are Sephardic authorities that write this opinion as well, and this should be practiced according to the Pri Hadash, according to the Knesset HaGedolah, the Ben Ish Hai, the Kaf HaChaim, Rabbi Haim Palaji, all write that this is how you read the Megilah. Prior to reading it, you unroll the entire Megilah. This is not our custom. The custom that was practiced in Halab was that the Megilah is unrolled as you read it, and the reader, the Hazan, the reader for the congregation, does not roll what he read already like this, like a Sefer Torah, but rather he leaves unrolled what he read, and he's unrolling as he reads and leaving unrolled what he read. However, the congregants do roll their Megillot like a Sefer Torah, so that it won't fall on the floor. And this opinion of unrolling it as you read it, as opposed to unrolling the entire Megillah before you read it, is based on the common understanding of the halakha, koreh ufoshet ki igeret, which means read and unroll like a scroll. So like a scroll means that you leave unrolled what you already read, as opposed to a Sefer Torah. If you read and unroll like a Sefer Torah, then you roll what you read already on the other side. Our custom was documented by Hakam Abraham Antebi, who was the chief rabbi of Halab in the first part of the 19th century. It was also documented by Hakam Yosef Abadi Shayo, who was born in Halab in 1894 and he lived there until he moved to Yerushalayim in 1935. The book Derech Eretz, which is a compendium of the customs of Halab, wrote the following: that the Hazan unrolls the Megillah as he reads, and he does not roll it like a Sefer Torah. However, the listeners roll it like a Sefer Torah, so that it won't fall on the floor. Now, this was not only the custom in Halab, it was also the custom in Egypt. It's documented in the book of Egyptian customs known as Nahar Mitzrayim, which was published in 1908. Another compendium of customs known as Keter Shem Tov wrote the following: the custom of the land of Israel, Syria, Turkey, and Egypt is to read and unroll, and to leave unrolled what was already read. And then he added, and I saw some men in the land of Israel that unroll what they read, and before unrolling the next section, roll what they already read exactly like we do with the reading of the Sefer Torah. This book, Keter Shem Tov, was published in 1934. Now, it's important to note that our custom to unroll as you read is based on the writings of the Rif, of Harambam, of the Rosh, of the Ritba, and Maran Shulchan Aruch, and it's also the opinion of the Shulchan Gaboa, who was an important authority from Greece in the 18th century. In our community, the custom of unrolling as we read was taught by Dennis Druck Shalom, and it was maintained by our esteemed Hazan, Isaac Cabasso, Hashem Yarich Yamav Shotav. In fact, Mr. Cabasso related to me that he was in Florida one year for Purim, and the Hazan started to unroll the entire Megillah prior to reading, and he made a point to go up to the Teba to stop him, and he explained to him that our custom is that we unroll the Megillah as we read it. So therefore, readers in our community should maintain our tradition. It's based, as we said, on Maran Harambam. It was documented by the rabbis of Aleppo, and it was maintained by our elders. This is our custom to unroll as we read, as opposed to unrolling the entire Megillah prior to the reading, which is not our custom.